Hi. So I am doing another painting video because you gotta practice in order to get better at it. So I have a reference photo that I'll put on the screen, and I think, something that's different from last time. I got a white chalk, you can hear my dog in the background. I got a white chalk pencil to go over and actually draw. And I'm really good at hand-free drawing. I'm not good at like the actual structure of doing it, like, you know, the circle with the lines and stuff like that. I'm working on that. I'll show you some pictures of how terrible I am at it. But I'm working on it. So there's that. And yeah, so I'm going to hand-free draw based off of a reference photo. And we're going to trace it with the white pencil. And I only have sienna brown, raw sienna. And so I picked a picture that has a kind of rosy background. So I can mix the magenta up and make kind of like a rosy like base. And the woman that I'm painting is fairly pale, so I'll be able to use a lot of like whites and really lighten up the sienna to see if that works. I'm going to the store probably fairly soon, and I'm going to get more browns to see how I can maybe work on the skin tones, because I am just not skilled enough to do like skin tones from the primary colors. I've tried. They come out gray all the time. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But yeah, so let's get right into it. I have to gesso this canvas still. Gesso, I think, is to smooth the canvas and make it easier to apply the paint. I shouldn't do it at this angle, but it's already there, so I'm gonna kind of just slap it on. Hopefully, wow, this is still wet. Oh, I'm also wearing my pajamas still, so I'm wearing a Halloween shirt, so don't mind that. My late mother got it for me, but yeah. So let's hope that this doesn't have a shade of pink to it. And I'm just gonna do this. Probably not the best way to do it, but oh yeah, it has a little shade of pink. Whatever. I'm gonna be going over it with gray anyway. So hey. Oh, I guess I didn't lower this enough. We'll fix that in a second once I'm done applying this. Oh, and I need to get water. I am not coming prepared for you guys. Okay, that's on. Let me adjust this. I'm already getting gesso all over my hands. I am such a messy painter. It's not even funny. Okay, I'm gonna go get water. Also, does anyone else go through white like it's going out of style? Because I just bought these the other day and I'm already almost out of white. So I'm going to be doing a gray cover. I have an ivory black. And then, where is my white? Oh, right here. So let this dry a little bit. Clean this brush because I'm going to need it. I have like a million animals, so I get hair everywhere. I think the dining room is literally the only place that's not like dangerous. Again, I can't wait for the spring. I want that art studio so bad. I mean, it is going to be heated with like an electric heater. There is a propane heater in there, but we're not going to use it because it's so old. And it's probably filled with like animals. That we gotta somehow remove. But yeah, so right now the dining room has to do. The poor lighting has to do. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to... Oh, I might be able to fix the lighting. Can't fix the lighting, but I have better audio. My little clip thing is missing though, so I'm gonna set it right here. And hopefully it sounds okay. Okay, so let's mix up the black and white. While that dries, yeah, so I got a book on how to use Procreate, and I've been using Procreate for quite some time now, and I have fun doing it. I usually do a reference photo, and I use the little tool to match the colors, and then I would blend and stuff. That's what I meant from the last videos, that I love to blend. I can honestly do that for like hours. But yeah, so I got this book on how to use Procreate and I learned quite a bit. But then when it came down to actually drawing and implementing the tools that they taught me, I like could not figure out how to do what they were telling me to do. Like I was following the directions to a T, but my Procreate would not do what theirs did. And I'm like, is there an update that I'm missing? Like what's going on? So I went to my settings and there was no update. I went to the Apple store. It didn't say that it needed an update. So I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trugging along. I really want to get into character art. Again, I'm not good at drawing like the basics, like the circles with the lines through it and stuff like that. I forgot what the method is called, but I know that there's a name for it. Um I do it doesn't come out terrible. I'll show a picture, but it's honestly it's obviously not good, but it's not like terrible. I'll show a couple of pictures and show you guys what it's like when I use the blend tool and a reference photo versus me just drawing on my own. Oh, I did draw or paint an OC, and you're going to see it again um in the picture that I'm going to insert here. But honestly, I think the painting came out better than the digital painting. But this is it. I painted this the other night after I painted the sky that I showed you guys in the last video. I don't think it came out terrible. Um, if you want a little background while we wait for this to dry, this OC's name, Yaves, wow, Yervesere, and she's a character that I created. She has feathers for ears, and she can control time, so she can go back and forward in time. And in the story that I started to plot, but I haven't really finished. Um, a character, I haven't named him yet, finds her after like decades of her being lost in a prison, tied down because they didn't want her to move through time and change things. He came for her to change time and to bring him back so that he can undo what he did. That's about as far as I got with it. I haven't like plotted like what he did that constitute him going back in time. But yeah, I thought this would be fun to show you guys. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. Um, yeah. And then the other night, I have Posca markers. I made this little tarantula with I tried making mushrooms on top of it, and I thought he was cute. I named him Glow. And I actually have a red bubble in eBay with Glow, like a smaller form of Glow as a sticker, and I ordered it and I'm so excited. I didn't even put them up there for other people to buy necessarily. I put it up there so that I could buy because I just think it's cool to have like little stickers of your art. And yeah, so I'm getting little stickers of a raccoon that I drew, a neon raccoon, and Glow, and they're going to be so cute. I can't wait to get them. And I'll show you guys in the video when I do get them because they're coming in like sometime next week. And yeah, let's wait for this to dry. Oh, also, I know that you guys are seeing the back of my head, and I promise my hair is not greasy. I just have really thin, fine hair. And so it looks greasy, but it does like it's not. Not that you guys care, but if you did, just in case. I need to dye it back to blonde, but that's a whole process in its own because there's red in it, and your girl does not have the funds to deal with that fiasco. Oh, also, I started messing with charcoal, which I've done in the past. I've done everything in the past. I'm a very crafty person. My issue is that I am very scattered brain and I'll get really hyper fixated on one medium and then I'll bounce to another medium and it'll just be a cycle of me going through, so I never actually learn how to do anything, and that's what I'm hoping school helps me with, is to buckle down on one subject and just get like good at it before I move on to other ones. So yeah, anyway, I started doing charcoal drawings, and this is, I don't, it's not great. It's not bad. This one, hold on, where is it? This one's a lot worse. I think the eyes came out pretty good though, but it took a lot of erasing and um redrawing and stuff like that. But this one isn't great. But honestly, everything, I'm a bit of a negative Nancy when it comes to my art. So I got to work on that, but we're going to try to think more positively and just remind ourselves that we are beginners and you got to create bad art before you create good art. That's what I heard anyway. So yeah. Next, oh yeah, I wanted to say this was my attempt at facial colors and blending last time. Granted, I was right next to a wood stove, so the paint was drying really quickly, but still, the blending is not blending. And this one didn't come out as bad, but it's definitely needs some work. So that's what we're working with right now. So bear with me. So I took a lamp and it's much better lighting because it just keeps getting darker and darker in here and I don't know why. But what I'm doing right now is I'm mixing up a really light gray for the eyes, because I've always been told that the eyes should never be painted completely white.